everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 690 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I am so excited because I'm trying out my first ever Morphe palette. So I have here the 8L Lo-Fi Sculpt and Shimmer Highlight and Contour Palette. And I got this as part of my December 2019 Ipsy Glam Bag Ultimate box, which that box is definitely the best ultimate box that I've gotten so far from Ipsy. I've been loving the products I got so far, and I'm so excited about the products that I have yet to try from that box, like this one here. So if you haven't seen my unboxing of that, I will of course have that video linked down below in the description. So this version, the 8L, is for fair to medium skin. And oh my gosh, it is so nice. It's big too, but not too big that you couldn't bring it for travel. But it has this huge mirror on it, and you get 8 shades. You've got 4 matte bronzer contour shades and 4 highlighters. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch all of them. Oh, such a velvety texture, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so I'll go ahead and swatch all the bronzers. Gosh, these swatch beautifully. I've never tried out a Morphe eyeshadow palette, but gosh, those seem like they swatch beautifully. But no surprise that these face shades, whoa, those are pigmented and beautiful, like so smooth and even in the swatches. Wow. Like I could definitely use these shades on my eyes too, and I probably will, because some of these shades are much too dark for my skin tone, especially considering how beautifully pigmented they are. And I'm also going to swatch all 4 of the highlight shades. Beautiful. Wow, oh, those are so pretty. And they're so different in color. I'm trying to show you them swatched on my fair skin tone. It's kind of hard, but they have beautiful shine. You've got a gold, like a duochrome holographic pink, a champagne shade, and more of like a rosy. Those shades will also be beautiful worn on the eyes. But okay, let's add some warmth and contour onto my face, which is looking very one tone at the moment. So I'm glad that I swatched, because it helps me decide what shade will work best for me. So I think that I'm gonna take this shade. It's like the second to lightest, and that's the shade called Donut. And I'm just picking up an angled brush to, oh, that is perfect. Blends out beautifully. It's the perfect shade for doing some contouring and bronzing. Yeah, I love that. Okay, look at that difference with the bronzer contour. I guess I'm using it more as like a contour because of where I'm applying it on my cheekbones and how it really did kind of slim out my face. See that difference with the contour versus without it? Wow, that like really snatched my cheekbone. Okay, let's get that other side looking snatched. Oh, I love this. It is so easy to blend, looks perfect on the skin, like so smooth, so enhancing. Wow, I feel like I just completely slimmed out my face. in a matter of like seconds so easily with this shade. Wow. Okay, love that on my cheeks. Now I do kind of want to try out some of the other shades. And so for my forehead, that's where I like to have more of that sun-kissed effect. And I really like this shade here called Enemy, which is like a very beautiful warm tone, but it's a little bit too dark for me because of how pigmented it is. So I'm gonna mix it with the lighter shade. So I'm gonna pick up both of these and apply that along my forehead. Oh gosh, still very pigmented, but oh, you see how blendable this is? That it went on very pigmented. I'm like, oh no, this is too dark, but it's blending out so easily that I can still make it work on my very fair skin tone. But that is just warming up my face so beautifully. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more of that lighter shade called Literati and sweep that on top because I feel like it's looking a little bit orange on my skin tone because of how fair I am and how warm toned this is. But then picking up both colors again, apply that along the rest of my forehead and to the side of my face. Wow. I am amazed by how blendable these are and how beautiful they sit on my skin and my makeup. Like so smooth. I love this formula. Like that just gave me the sun-kissed glow that I was hoping for. And by just applying it really to like the forehead and along the hairline, it helps to contour the forehead. And I think it really helps give that natural sun-kissed effect because that's where the sun would naturally hit and where I would get the most color. And then to finish off my contouring, I'm gonna go back into that donut shade, which is the shade that I use on my cheeks. I'm just gonna put that under the jawline to help also contour my chin. So that is my contouring and I love the effect. So impressed by this formula, by these colors. Okay, so I do, for the fun of it, want to use the fourth shade that I hadn't used yet, which is this one called Debutante. So this one here. And I'm gonna go in with a light hand, but I'm gonna pick some of that up and just brush that across my cheeks. It's more of like a bronzing effect. Gosh, I went in with a very light hand and it is still so pigmented, which is awesome, but you just, if you have very fair skin like I do, you gotta be careful with how much product you pick up. But I love that warmth to the cheekbone, that difference. I feel like this side of my face just looks so much warmer and sun-kissed. So I do like that. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that same shade, apply it like so pigmented immediately, but then it blends out very easily. Some people, this is what they put on their cheeks and they don't put a blush. They just like to do a bronzer, which I never do, but I like the look of that. It kind of gives me more of this like summertime feel, like I actually have some color to my skin. So maybe I should try this more often, like switching my blush for a bronzer. I've never really seen how I look with this, and I like it. It's different, but I just love blush as well. So I feel like the one thing that this palette could have had, which would make it perfect, would be a blush. Like maybe switch out one of those bronzer shades or one of the highlights or one of each to add 2 blushes, and this would be like a perfect face palette. But okay, now that we have contoured and bronzed, let's move on to some highlight. First, I am going to try applying with a fan brush. And from the swatches, I really like the shade Cosmic, this one here. So I want to see how that looks on my skin. Ooh. You know that this is a pigmented highlighter when it already shows up beautifully glowy on the skin when applied with a fan brush like this, because this is a very loose fan brush, which is perfect for a highlighter like this if you don't want to go overboard with the glow. Like, that looks beautiful. It looks radiant, it looks healthy. I love that. But oh, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with my finger, and I'm really excited to see just how intense this highlighter can really be. Oh, beautiful. That is gorgeous. It looks perfect on the skin, so smooth and glowy. And that reflection, oh, I love it. It looks so healthy and dewy, but not greasy. Oh, it's exactly how I like my highlighters to look. So I'm using the shade Cosmic, and I am obsessed. So this shade is gorgeous. But now on my other cheek, I'm gonna go in, you know, for the fun of it, I'm gonna go in with Stardust, which looks like a white shade, but then it has this pink holographic reflection. So I'm really excited to see how that looks on the skin. Oh my gosh, that is so bright. Like, it looks like a highlighter magenta when the light hits it. So cool. I love holographic makeup. It like mesmerizes me. So you can kind of see that on camera. Like, it's a little bit funky, but it's not like too wild, I feel like, to wear on an everyday basis. It's one of the most wearable holographic makeup products that I've tried so far. Like, it still looks radiant and healthy and glowy on the skin, but you just kind of get that, oh, like, it almost looks like there's a pink light shining on my cheek, like a pink reflection, but it's just like my makeup, and I love that. Like, I love to have like some highlighter magenta pink shining off of me. I think this is beautiful. Both sides look so different. Both of them, I feel like, are a mood, but it's just like, which mood? I love them. Okay, let's just have some fun and try out the rest of the highlighters. So next, I'm gonna try out Supernova, which is more of a bronzy highlight. Let me see how this does on the brow bone. Ooh, I actually love that. That would be a perfect brow bone highlight. I feel like with a nice like bronzy neutral tone eyeshadow look. So pretty. Kind of hard to see on camera, I think, but it's just as beautiful of a glow and formula as these other ones that you can see more easily on my cheek. And then I also have the shade Lit, which is a yellow gold highlight. And let's see, let's do a little some nose highlight. Wow, now that is a light bulb for a nose. I feel like my nose looks so pointy right now. That is so funny. But wow, this is seriously lit. Like, it glows like light. Wow, that is so fun and beautiful as well. I don't really love like the shiny nose look for myself, but just so we could see what this color glows like. Wow, I am in love with all of these shades. I am in love with the colors, the application of every shade in this palette. I am so blown away by my first Morphe palette. I love this. I think this is a great travel palette. It's so nice having the big mirror here. That is so essential when traveling. But you get all of your shades. You can do eye looks with this, but you can also get like a gorgeous, perfect complexion with it. So I am so happy that I got this in my Ipsy box. So happy to have this in my collection. I will definitely continue using this. I'll get so much great use out of it. I've actually started doing bronzing and contouring on an everyday basis. I just really love how my skin looks with that extra little color and sun-kissed glow and adding some dimension. So I will start using this probably on a daily basis since I'm getting so into my daily bronzing and contouring. But so if you've tried this palette out, I would love to know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. And also let me know what your favorite Morphe palettes are. Do you have any favorite eyeshadow palettes or face palettes like this one? Let me know because I'd really like to get some recommendations on what my next Morphe palette that I try out should be. Well, thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.